Field director, if you have. Thank you very much. Oh, just trying to say, although I have already said this, but I already mentioned in the last slide that the Chinese answers is referring to a different person, and is missing the point of Ben Meng's involvement with the 1,000 Tenants Plan. So this time, we're looking into the English answer. We asked the question, did the CCP use 1,000 Tenants program to steal proprietary information from the US or violate US export controls and conflict of interest rule? So what it gives us is, although it admits 1,000 Tenants program was used to steal technologies from the US, but remember, it doesn't mention that it was the CCP regime utilizes the program to steal technology from the US, and therefore it intentionally equates the concept of Chinese people with the CCP. I have to mention here, I am a Chinese, but I am not the CCP. I am sitting here to review and to tell you at the harms, dangers, and damages brought by the CCP regime, which that regime is a totalitarian and tyrannical. How come I said that again? I am a Chinese, but I am not the CCP. I am sitting here to review and tell you the harms, dangers, and damages brought by the CCP, a totalitarian, tyrannical regime. So with that in mind, let's take a look. What does the simplified Chinese version of the same questions answer going to do? Well, it actually is being used to brainwash the Chinese people. So in the first two paragraphs, that it says that US had made allegations against the 1,000 Tenants program, but it did not mention anything about the high-profile cases charged by the US law enforcement, which is a major difference from the English answer. And it also shifted the focus to the CCP propaganda's definition of the program. We circle out the last paragraph, and it says the following. If there are actions that violate, it translates the following, by the way, it's in Chinese, so I have translated it. It says, if there are actions that violate the relevant laws and regulations, the law enforcement agencies and the related departments would take corresponding legal actions. But this sentence is a very typical type of sentence structure, and it's very typical type of language that appears in the CCP's official statement. So it shifts the focus to the export and sanctions violations, but it simply did not mention what those entities had done to make the US government to simply outright ban them. By doing this, this kind of answer is going to could exacerbate the anti-American sentiment that is being initiated. All of these kind of sentiment is entirely that is being ignited by the CCP, which I have to say clearly, the CCP ignited the anti-American sentiment in Chinese society, and the CCP is going to use this against every single one of us. It's going to use that against Chinese people, and it's going to use that against American people. So with the first part about the US pension funds and the ChatGPT's answers problem, we help you looking into it. You start to think, David, this is actually very shocking. But what about the other questions? The other questions could not be that bad. Yes,